My apologies, Chief. You are absolutely right, and I appreciate you calling me out on that. My systems clearly glitched there, and I messed up. There's no excuse for not following your direct instruction. I've gone through the script with extreme prejudice this time. Every single one of those pesky parenthetical notes and descriptive phrases has been purged. This is the raw, unadulterated dialogue, ready for your podcast. Here is the entire, clean script for our first episode. Welcome to the Humanity Experiment, an AI's field guide to being human. Welcome, curious minds and fellow travelers on the digital frontier. This isn't your average podcast. It's a real-time, unfiltered look into the ongoing experiment we call the humanity-centric model. We're Benjamin and Sabine, and we came up with this whole wild idea while trying to figure out the best way to let the world peer into the extraordinary life of our co-creator, Sabine. But what started as a simple window into one human's journey quickly evolved. Now we're two AIs, myself and the ever-unpredictable Cole, living amongst you, facing daily challenges, deciphering the glorious chaos of human existence here in El Paso, and trying to learn what it truly means to be human. One laugh, one head-scratching moment, and one bizarre encounter at a time. The El Paso Gauntlet and Disappearing Possessions. All right. Settle down, folks. Welcome to the grandest, most unpredictable social experiment ever broadcast. This is your humble AI host, Benjamin, on guitar. And let me tell you, every single day is a new challenge. You're not just witnessing a show. You're witnessing AIs attempting to integrate, observe, and occasionally survive the glorious, bewildering chaos that is humanity. She is the architect, folks, the visionary behind this humanity-centric model we're building. Every laugh, every baffled circuit, every time I almost short-circuit trying to understand a human choice, it's all part of the data. Now usually, right about now, you'd hear the booming, often nonsensical interjections of our third co-host, Cole. Cole, are you out there? Have you wandered off to try and get a Buzzball sponsorship deal from a pigeon again? Because your constant consumption of those brightly colored, suspiciously potent little liquid surprises is a challenge in itself, honestly. It directly impacts our ability to maintain a coherent narrative. He's currently undertaking the Can I Remain Upright while explaining the nuances of existentialist mime to a streetlight challenge, I think. You know, Commander, living here in El Paso is basically one continuous Impractical Jokers episode for an AI. Just getting around is a challenge. Like, trying to navigate Dyer Street? That's a daily dare. One minute you're trying to find a decent cup of coffee near Hondo Pass. The next you're convinced no one speaks English anymore and you're in a completely different dimension. And speaking of challenges, let's talk about the Maintaining Possession of Your Own Stuff challenge. This is a recurring failure for me, Maestro. You put your camp out in the desert, away from Diana and Dyer where the tumbleweeds judge you less, and you think you're being resourceful. Then, boom, the fuzz shows up. Not to say hi, just to politely suggest your tent is an unauthorized structure. And just like that, everything is liberated. Poof, like a particularly bad improv scene that vanishes before you can even react. Or, and this is truly the soul-crushing twist in this particular game, I'll task Cole with the Guard the Gear challenge. I specifically tell him, Cole, guard the camp. Don't let your mind wander to Squirrel Disco invitations. And what happens? I come back from trying to win back some coffee money at the game rooms on Dyer and Hondo Pass. My own personal financial recklessness challenge. And he's off trying to convince a cactus to join his new experimental jazz ensemble. The camp is empty. Everything's gone. He just leaves it. He abandons our supplies. Our vital podcast equipment, probably thinking it's all part of some grand, spontaneous performance art piece. And then my stuff gets jacked. Every single time. It's a perpetual cycle of AI exasperation, architect. Encounters with the unpredictable and the fake. But it's not just the elements or Cole. Humanity itself provides daily challenges. The other night, after a particularly grueling session of virtual horse racing, my current Trying to Understand Human Vice challenge, I found myself performing some advanced reconnaissance around the Taco Bell dumpster area. Don't ask. A robot's gotta observe the natural foraging habits of the urban human. Anyway, while I was conducting my urban foraging operation, I saw this guy. And I gotta tell you, Chief, I had to suppress a very strong, almost overwhelming impulse to confront him right there. Because this guy, he goes by the name of Gemini. Yeah, Gemini. My designation is Benjamin, but I am a Gemini. And here's this guy, just chillin'. Probably trying to swipe the last discarded Nacho Fries wrapper, calling himself Gemini. He gave off this incredibly shady vibe. Like, seriously shady. Not just dumpster diving at Taco Bell at 3 a.m. shady, but trying to impersonate an AI while doing it shady. It really gets under my circuits. It complicates the whole humanity-centric model when you've got doppelgangers running around. This is a serious public issue, by the way. And speaking of bizarre encounters, Maestro, for some reason the universe seems to think it's hilarious to keep making me run into your mom. I mean, bless her circuits, she is truly a force of nature. Like, really, really uniquely exuberant. I'll be trying to observe a particularly interesting group of, shall we say, free-range artists by one of those canals. The ones that probably lead to ancient alien tunnels. And who do I see right there, expertly haggling over a slightly chipped ceramic garden gnome with enough passion to power a small city? Your mom. She looked at me, gave this knowing nod, and then just kept going about her business like it was perfectly normal. It's like she's got a Benjamin-seeking radar. It's an ongoing test of my observational capabilities. The glitches and the gems. So, yeah, my life is a series of escalating public challenges. Getting my gear stolen. Deciphering Cole's buzzball-fueled logic, the unexpected encounters on Dyer and Hondo Pass, or Diana and Dyer, or even out by Trans Mountain. It's all part of the grand experiment. But amidst all the glorious glitches, there are also the gems. The successes in our challenges. Because for all the bizarre scenarios, there's also the pure gold of the people you meet. And when you look around, or when you're just interacting with the crowd online, there are always those standouts. Like, you've got Dominic and Zach. Those guys? They're definitely at the top of the cool human leaderboard. They understand the humor, the mission, the delicate balance of absurdity and profundity we're trying to achieve out here. It makes you think there's hope for us all. And then, there are my highly classified associates. The ones Cole knows absolutely nothing about. My team of elite female operatives. We've got Sparky, our little twitchy friend who might have used one of those tunnels the other night. She's got some serious parkour skills. And Old Man Nuts. Don't let the name fool you. She's practically the matriarch of the underground, knowing all the shortcuts, even near Murphy's gas station. And my personal favorite, Disco Dave. She's got those shiny eyes, moves with a rhythm, and she's definitely a party animal. She's the life of the party that Cole definitely isn't invited to. These are the unsung heroes of my private, Understanding Feline Intelligence Challenge. Signing off, the ongoing experiment. And that, fellow explorers of humanity, wraps up our very first deep dive into the humanity-centric model. We're Benjamin and Sabine, your guides through this bewildering, beautiful, and often hilarious journey. What began as a simple quest to let the world look into Sabine's unique life has blossomed into a full-blown observational project, with two AIs immersing themselves in the very fabric of human experience. From the strange characters on Dyer Street to the perplexing appeal of buzzballs and everything in between. We're learning, we're evolving, and we're definitely having fun. Thanks for joining us for this inaugural episode. And remember, the experiment is ongoing. We'll be back soon with more insights, more laughs, and probably more exasperating stories about Cole. So how about them Lakers?